Is your desire for a relationship after 50 actually a fear of being alone, disguised? Before we start, hit that like button. This helps share these truths with more men who need to hear them. I want you to answer this in the comments below. Should a man over 50 pursue casual connection or commit to something serious? Tell me why. Today, we're covering a vital topic. 5 powerful reasons to avoid a committed girlfriend in your 50s and 60s, viewed through Stoic wisdom. Now, don't mistake this for cynicism. This is about reclaiming your power, your vision, your sovereign freedom. It's about seeing the hidden traps that steal an older man's vitality, disrupt his calm, and weaken his core strength. Let's begin with a fundamental reality. The enemy here is not women. The enemy is unconscious attachment. It's the older man's tendency to abandon his own rules because he's thankful for any company. It's craving approval after divorce or years of feeling invisible. It's the false idea that a partner will men avoid that only your own focus, mission, and self-regard can ever heal. Stoicism offers a perfect framework. Never chain your contentment to what lies beyond your command. And let's be real, another person's feelings and actions are the ultimate example of what you cannot command. So, let's explore the first 3 reasons. These touch nearly every man in the US, UK, Canada, and Australia who reaches his 50s or 60s and feels that pull to couple up again. Reason 1. Many women in your life stage aren't seeking passion. They are seeking stability. This isn't a criticism. It's observation. And Stoicism requires we observe truth. As a man in these decades, you likely possess what younger guys lack: composure, resources, wisdom, a settled energy, financial footing. Women, particularly those your age, sense this instantly. But here's the crucial detail. Often, they are attracted not to your essence, but to your utility. And mature men frequently misread this practical interest as true romantic choice. A Stoic perspective: any bond founded on convenience will fail when that convenience fades. Think about it this way. You acquire a vacation home. Suddenly, old acquaintances want to visit. Are they coming for you or for the house? Too many older men are that vacation home without knowing it. I've guided many who start a relationship thinking, she really sees me, only to find, months later, they fund everything, manage every crisis, rearrange their world, and get little back. It's not evil. It's instinctual. It's logical. It's human behavior. But it becomes a cage if you are not awake to it. Reason 2. Your liberty will vanish quicker than you can imagine. Men in this chapter finally arrive at a point where things click. You've endured loss, work battles, parenting, family struggles, health worries. You've rightfully earned your serenity. You've earned your slow mornings. You've earned the right to decline without apology. But the instant you enter a serious partnership, what occurs? You exchange your autonomy for togetherness. And frequently, the companionship you gain doesn't justify the freedom you surrendered. You begin altering your calendar. You quit hobbies you enjoy. You start maintaining another's emotional state. You compress your existence to keep the peace. Stoicism teaches a vital rule. Defend your inner citadel. Your calm is absolute. Your hours are precious. Your vigor is the fuel that defines your life's quality. Yet, countless older men freely give all 3 away within weeks of having a girlfriend. Consider this real scenario. A man retires, finally set to explore, exercise, reflect, design his next chapter. He finds a girlfriend, and abruptly his journeys get postponed. His fitness habit falls apart. His weekends fill with her agenda, not his own. He's soothing her worries, her family demands, her hopes. His citadel gets occupied, not by a foe, but by his own vanishing limits. Reason 3. Emotional duty will land on your shoulders. This is where men misjudge the load of a later life relationship. Women, especially post-50, often hold significant emotional baggage. Past divorces that still sting, grown child dramas, money fears, social doubts, health problems. You will become the steady rock. You will become the support she depends on. You will be the fixer, the comforter, the listener, the emotional cushion. And again, this doesn't make her wrong, but it means something critical. If you shoulder another's emotional world, You give up your own. Older men undervalue the mental capacity this demands. At 25, you can survive relational chaos because you have energy to spare. At 55, you require that energy for your health, your mission, your tranquility. A partnership becomes an anchor, not a sail. Stoics tell us a man must govern his internal climate. But most older men wind up trying to calm another person's hurricane instead. And when you constantly steward someone else's emotional weather, you disappear. You neglect your own requirements. You deprioritize your wellness. You even halt your personal ambitions. You trade self-command for constant management. And the most insidious part? It happens gradually, quietly. By the time you see it, your very identity has changed. Reason 4. Partnerships after 50 often slide you into a caregiver position. Here's an uncomfortable truth many men won't voice. A girlfriend at this age frequently turns into an extra duty, not a true teammate. Not in every case, but often enough to warrant extreme caution. Women over 50 face genuine difficulties. Health changes, hormonal transitions, family complexities, financial pressures, aging parents, grandkids needing care. Who provides a logistical and emotional backup? You do. Not because you plan to, but because you're the steady one, the rational one, the one who bears strain well, the one who hears her out. And when you're that guy, you instinctively start taking on weight. Stoicism cautions against this exact pattern. Don't accept burdens that aren't yours to carry. But in a later life relationship, boundaries dissolve. You change your routines to keep peace. You ditch your plans to assist her family. You become the driver, the organizer, the reliable one, the calm in every storm. You wanted a companion. Unexpectedly, you're a custodian. Let me describe a scene I've witnessed repeatedly. A man in his 60s meets a vibrant, engaging woman. Half a year later, she's handling doctor visits, disputes with her adult kids, stress from old relationships, unhealed wounds, or deep fears about getting older. Who takes on that emotional weight? You do. Why? Because you're dependable. Because you're kind. Because you dislike conflict. Because you feel for her. But here's the raw reality. When you adopt roles you never sought, you lose the man you built over a lifetime. You become liable for a life that isn't yours. And once that pattern starts, it almost never reverses. Reason 5. You endanger the peak of your masculine renewal. This is a final, and perhaps most vital, point. Men between 50 and 70 enter a unique, potent phase. Your testosterone may be lower, but your masculine clarity is at its highest. You're wiser, more composed, more discerning, more confident in stillness, more aware of what truly counts. This is your renewal, a second act. But the second you bind yourself to a girlfriend, especially one not in sync with your rhythm, peace, or vision, you risk losing that renewal completely. Why? Because relationships inherently require concession. And concession is often the foe of personal revolution. You've labored your entire life to get here. Your days are finally yours. Your money is more secure. You know who you are. You're less reactive. You understand what feeds you and what drains you. But when you pledge to a relationship, this almost always follows. You place her needs ahead of yours. You modify your behaviors to dodge arguments. You reduce your solitude. You silence your true wants to maintain quiet. You shrink your universe to suit the partnership. You stop investing in your own growth. Your renewal becomes a dim echo of what it could be. Stoicism states that purpose must be the core of a man's existence. Not love, not approval, not company, purpose. Yet, men over 50 often get so thrilled by a woman's attention that they abandon their purpose, sometimes without a thought. A relationship might add some comfort to your life, but it might also smother the flame you've worked so hard to light. The cost isn't just emotional, it's so deep. It's the price of making yourself smaller, so another person feels secure. And you must ask, is that a trade worth making now? Let's be perfectly clear. This isn't about rejecting women, connection, or dating. It's about something far more essential. Never begin a relationship from a place of need, solitude, or dread. Begin only from solidity, self-worth, and total understanding. A Stoic man selects. He does not grasp. He does not pursue validation. He does not contract. He assesses. He watches. He chooses from lucidity, not from emotional starvation. The true path isn't to shun relationships, but to decline any that threaten your peace, your purpose, or your liberty. If you ever decide to share your life with a woman, let it be because she amplifies it, not because she plugs a gap. You might be thinking, what's the alternative for a man over 50 or 60? Here is the straightforward guide. Uncomplicated, potent, and utterly honest. 1. Make purpose your priority. Your mission is the backbone of your manhood. Treat it as sacred. 2. Choose calm over company. A silent space is more valuable than a noisy relationship. Pick peace every single time. 3. Keep dating light, not lockdown. If you enjoy female presence, appreciate it without giving up your autonomy. Be transparent, considerate, and truthful. 4. Maintain strong emotional borders. Be supportive, but don't absorb. Be there, but don't carry the load. 5. Protect your renewal. This life stage is rare and powerful. Don't allow anyone, yourself included, to devalue it. Because a man who stands solid after 50 becomes a figure younger men look up to, and women naturally notice. Not because he seeks it, but because he is rooted. In the end, a girlfriend isn't the issue. The issue is stepping into a partnership with your eyes closed. A Stoic man in his later years knows this truth. Freedom has no price. Peace is holy. Purpose is all. Defend them with everything. If a woman elevates these, welcome her. If not, you step back without doubt, because the man you are forging now is more valuable than the comfort of any bond. If this resonated, drop the words, "I guard my peace" in the comments. So, I know you're a man who gets it. And please like this video to help winds of thought reach more men with this message.